The old men in the village laughed every time they saw her. "There goes the bamboo woman again," one of them shouted as she walked past, carrying a notebook filled with sketches. Children giggled. Some farmers shook their heads. Even members of her own family believed she had lost her mind. To them, bamboo was nothing more than a stubborn plant growing along streams and abandoned farmland. They cut it down for firewood, used it as temporary fencing, or simply burned it to clear land before planting maize. No one imagined it could become the foundation of a fortune. But what they didn't know was that this ordinary-looking plant was already worth billions of dollars around the world. It was being transformed into beautiful furniture, modern homes, luxury flooring, paper, kitchenware, charcoal, textiles, and even bicycles. While other countries were building industries around it, their village continued to treat it like a weed. And the woman they mocked was about to change everything. This is the inspiring story of Amina Idris, a woman who saw treasure where everyone else saw trash, and proved that sometimes the greatest wealth grows quietly, waiting for someone brave enough to believe in it. Before bamboo entered her life, Amina Idris was known as one of the most respected teachers in her community in southern Nigeria. She loved teaching mathematics. Every morning, she walked nearly 3 kilometers to the local secondary school with a smile on her face, believing education could change lives. Her students adored her. Parents respected her. Although her salary was small, she was proud of the life she had built. She dreamed of sending her 2 children to university. She wanted to renovate the tiny family house her late husband had started before a tragic road accident claimed his life 6 years earlier. Life wasn't easy, but it was stable. Then everything changed. Economic hardship swept across the country. Inflation rose. Schools struggled to pay salaries. Months passed without wages. Some teachers resigned. Others searched for second jobs just to feed their families. Amina stayed as long as she could. She sold her sewing machine. Then her television. Finally, she sold the small motorcycle her husband had left behind. Each sale felt like saying goodbye to another piece of hope. One rainy evening, after serving her children the last bowl of rice in the house, she quietly stepped outside. She didn't want them to see her cry. As the rain dripped from the rusted roof, she whispered, "God, show me another way." She had no idea that the answer had been growing just beyond her backyard all along. Behind Amina's house flowed a narrow stream. Along its banks stood hundreds of tall green bamboo stalks, swaying gently whenever the wind passed through. She had walked past them almost every day for years without giving them much thought. So had everyone else. Children cut young bamboo into toy fishing rods. Farmers chopped mature stems to support yam vines. The rest was left to rot. One Saturday, while visiting a free agricultural exhibition in Abuja organized by environmental groups and local entrepreneurs, Amina wandered into a small display that almost nobody seemed interested in. There she stopped in disbelief. Elegant dining tables, beautiful chairs, ceiling panels, floor tiles, decorative lamps, kitchen utensils. Everything was made from bamboo. She picked up a polished bamboo bowl and stared at it. "This is really bamboo?" she asked. The exhibitor smiled. "Yes, and people are buying products like these all over the world." He explained that bamboo is one of the fastest-growing plants on Earth. Under the right conditions, some species can grow incredibly quickly. Unlike hardwood trees that may take decades to mature, many bamboo species can be harvested within just a few years and naturally regenerate after cutting, making them one of the world's most renewable building materials. Amina listened carefully. The presenter continued. More than 1 billion people worldwide use bamboo in one form or another. It's used for furniture, construction, flooring, paper, charcoal, handicrafts, and even engineered building materials. Her heart began beating faster. She remembered the endless bamboo growing beside her village. Could everyone have been overlooking something valuable? On the bus ride home, she couldn't stop thinking. If other countries are building businesses with bamboo, why aren't we? That question refused to leave her mind. The following week, Amina began walking through nearby communities, carefully studying every bamboo grove she could find. She measured stalks, took photographs, filled notebook after notebook with ideas. The villagers watched in amusement. "What exactly are you looking for?" one farmer asked. "Wealth," Amina replied with a smile. The farmer burst into laughter. "Wealth!" He slapped one of the bamboo stalks beside him. "This thing." Soon the rumors spread across the village. "The teacher has gone mad. She's planning to become rich with grass." Maybe losing her job affected her mind. Even some relatives begged her to stop embarrassing the family. Instead, they encouraged her to sell vegetables, open a roadside shop, or search for another teaching position. But Amina couldn't shake the feeling that everyone was missing something important. Every evening, after her children fell asleep, she stayed awake watching documentaries, reading articles, and studying bamboo industries in Asia and parts of Africa whenever she could find internet access. She learned that bamboo businesses created jobs, reduced pressure on forests, and supplied materials for countless products. The deeper she researched, the more convinced she became. She wasn't chasing a fantasy. She was standing at the edge of an opportunity no one else could see. But believing in an opportunity and turning it into a business were two completely different battles. And Amina was about to discover just how painful that journey could become. Determined to prove everyone wrong, Amina decided she would stop talking about bamboo and start working with it. She sold the last piece of jewelry her late husband had given her, a simple gold necklace she had treasured for years. It wasn't worth much, but it was enough to buy basic hand tools, protective equipment, and pay for a short bamboo processing workshop organized by local craftsmen. Every naira mattered. Every decision felt like a gamble. During the day, she harvested mature bamboo by hand. At night, she watched tutorials, studied bamboo treatment methods, and practiced making simple products. Her first bamboo stool looked terrible. The legs were uneven. The seat cracked after only a few days. The second attempt wasn't much better. Then termites destroyed several untreated poles she had carefully stored behind her house. Weeks of hard work disappeared almost overnight. She sat quietly beside the damaged bamboo, fighting back tears. Maybe everyone had been right. Maybe bamboo really was worthless. But then she remembered something her late husband used to say. "Only people who never fail are the people who never begin." The next morning, she started again. This time, she learned how proper curing and treatment could protect bamboo from insects and moisture. She improved her cutting techniques, practiced stronger joints, and refused to accept anything less than quality. Slowly, her work began to improve, but the hardest challenge was still ahead, finding someone willing to buy. For weeks, Amina carried her handmade bamboo products from one market to another. Most people admired them, few wanted to pay, some asked embarrassing questions. "Why should I buy bamboo furniture when I can buy wood?" Others simply smiled and walked away. Each rejection hurt. But she kept showing up. One Saturday morning, a young hotel owner stopped at her small display. He carefully examined a beautifully crafted bamboo coffee table. He ran his fingers across the polished surface. "You made this yourself?" "Yes," Amina replied. He looked at her for a moment before saying words she would never forget. "Take it." Heart skipped a beat. Then he added, "I actually need 10 more for a new ecolodge we're building." For a few seconds, she couldn't speak. 10 tables. It was the biggest order she had ever received. She worked day and night to deliver every piece on time. When the hotel opened, guests couldn't stop talking about the elegant bamboo furniture. Photos appeared on social media. Visitors asked where the furniture came from. The hotel proudly gave them Amina's contact. Within months, restaurants, cafes, schools, and homeowners began placing orders. The same villagers who once laughed now wanted to know her secret. As demand increased, Amina could no longer work alone. She hired 2 unemployed young men from the village, then 4, then 8. Before long, women joined the workshop, weaving bamboo baskets, lampshades, and decorative panels. Young people who once planned to leave the village in search of work now found employment close to home. What had started as one woman's impossible dream was becoming a community enterprise. She also encouraged responsible harvesting. Instead of cutting every bamboo stem, mature poles were selected while younger shoots were left to grow. New bamboo was planted to ensure future harvests. The villagers soon realized something remarkable. The bamboo they had ignored for decades wasn't disappearing. It kept growing back again and again. Experts around the world have long recognized bamboo as one of the most renewable natural resources. It grows rapidly, helps protect soil from erosion, absorbs carbon dioxide, and provides raw materials for thousands of products ranging from furniture and paper to flooring and engineered construction materials. Everything Amina had believed was true. The opportunity had always been there. People simply failed to see it. One afternoon, the same elderly man who used to call her the bamboo woman slowly walked into her workshop. He stood quietly watching young craftsmen sanding elegant dining chairs while others loaded finished products into a delivery truck. Finally, he smiled. "Owe you an apology." Amina looked at him kindly. "You don't owe me anything," he replied softly. "We laughed because we only saw bamboo. You saw a future." His words spread through the village faster than any rumor ever had. Soon, neighboring communities began visiting her workshop to learn. Agricultural officers invited her to speak at training programs. Universities asked her to share her journey with students. She always told them the same thing. The greatest opportunities are often hidden inside the things everyone else ignores. Today, bamboo continues to create opportunities across many parts of the world. For some, it is a source of income. For others, it is a solution for sustainable construction, renewable materials, and environmental restoration. And for Amina, it became proof that wealth doesn't always arrive wrapped in gold. Sometimes, it grows silently beside a stream, waiting for one person brave enough to believe in it. So the next time someone tells you that an opportunity is worthless, take a closer look. Because history has shown time and again that the people who change their lives are often the ones willing to see value where everyone else sees nothing. If you enjoyed this story, remember this: never underestimate what grows beneath your feet. Your greatest opportunity may already be closer than you think. Thank you for watching Wealth from Soil. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that today's overlooked idea could become tomorrow's life-changing success.